Pew pew pew. Fours, old fours.
No, I'm just who was the president? Nixon. I'm just
Oh,
giving my best
Nixon,
Nixon over here.
just killing it for the
Yeah.
podcast listeners.
I just gonna say that's 2 weeks in a row we started with just one of us doing something visually with no sound.
Especially, yeah. Spotify is really cool to be listening to podcasts, and yeah, we just start screwing them left and right.
But here we
How you
are.
been,
We
my?
made it again.
I was just guessing how you been doing, but I'm
Honestly, I'm living my best life right now.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I'm pretty happy, man. It's good. Other than this weather's cold, I could have done with like a little bit of like 50s and 60s.
You know, we're
just wear a
gonna
sweater.
we're gonna take the Calvin Ridley show here, and on that note, I have been going to therapy for a long time myself, and I'm running a big corner, man.
Good for you.
That's
my
all
friend.
I got. So I'm doing great.
You look happy, man. You look well. You know what I remembered to do this week? You want to hit us with the intro, my friend?
Boy, do I ever! We are the guys in room 619. I'm Zach, and this is my co-host Dennis, the man who once tried to set a world record for the longest fart, but incidentally set the record for longest shart. He did it, my man. And we're here to bring you the Leftovers DFS show. We are a couple guys, best friends, old college roommates, and we're here to talk DFS and gambling and help out some fellow degenerates like us. You know, our whole thing is we aren't pros. We're doing it for fun, and that's why we do it, because it's fun and it's our favorite hobby. So if it's yours too, let's go.
All right, quick side tangent. Dude, we were so far, like we used Snapchat initially for the best reasons. It was exclusively poop pictures back and forth between each other.
Oh yeah.
And then we used to do, it wasn't voice memos, but we would leave messages or record our farts if we thought they were going to be long. Yeah. Yeah, we were that level of mature. Battle shits. Yeah, we were that level of mature at 18, 19. Look out, ladies.
I'm going to be honest. We're 30. You just turned 31, and
God,
I haven't matured much beyond that.
No, I'm like a 15-year-old.
Yeah. I like often tell people I'm 30, but like I'm still like 19 on the inside.
Yeah, it's bad. Anywho, let's talk about what's not bad. Well, actually, this game might be bad. We got Colts and Jets for Thursday Night Football. Not exactly a Super Bowl matchup.
No. We got Indy's sitting minus 10.5 right now. Total's at 46. I don't know how much I'm going to be touching here. I'll probably be taking a look at some JT props.
See, this is why we're best friends, because I'm putting a double boom on this one. It's Jonathan Taylor over 107.5 receiving plus rushing. He does that every week.
Like that.
He does that every freaking week. He is going to bust a dragon on them. They do not know how to handle him. And, like, eventually Reich has to get the idea that, like, dude, your best player is 28.
Yeah.
Feed him.
I'm putting the bet in right now.
I already did, because that line's going to move.
Speak. Yeah.
I bet it's closer to 115 when game snaps tomorrow.
Oh, easy. Between like you're saying, they're actually kind of starting to use them more in a game that we're expecting them to, roll pretty easy at home. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one I like, if you want to go touchdown, the bad sign is it's only minus 200. So that's pretty weak, but he's literally had a rushing touchdown in 5 straight. If you want to go 2 touchdowns, it'll be a little ballsy. That's plus 210. I sprinkled a half unit on that.
I'm taking a peek now. I kind of like Michael Carter at plus 160 to score.
That's not bad.
I probably won't play it, but
yeah, but going back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight weeks, he's had over 107 scrimmage yards. I think that's a lock, and so that'll be my play.
Yeah,
Anything else you like for Thursday night? It should be an ugly ass game.
Yeah, that's literally about it for me. Is like I'll look to JT, but other than that, I don't feel confident enough in how targets or I don't feel good enough about how that's going to go, except for Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. So moving to Sunday, I got my 3 plays I like. I don't love them, but I like them, and I gotta play. I gotta play at least some spread plays. Just to it's like
Yeah.
playing the lotto. You gotta take a little bit here and there and just see where you're hot that week.
Yep.
So I like Cincinnati versus Cleveland. I like that -2.5.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like earmuff, Zach. I like Buffalo at Jacksonville -14.5. I think they're gonna whoop that ass.
Same.
More on that later.
Here, hold on. The Jags are in big trouble when I'm saying Bills -14.5.
Yeah, I thought there'd be some pushback there. But yeah, I really like. Yeah, they've blown out a lot of teams, so I think that's gonna happen. And then my last one, I was torn between a couple of plays. I like New England and Carolina -3.5. Clearly, I'm way off the Carolina bandwagon. If McCaffrey plays, that could change things because New England has struggled versus the rush. But Darnold and PJ Walker, I don't know what's going to happen there. They're splitting reps. Darnold's like banged up or benched. I'm not really clear 100%.
Yeah.
I think New England is just a better team at this time.
Yep, that's one of mine too because of the quarterback situation. Last month, Darnold has been Darnold. So yeah, Patriots. It's just a good team, well coached. Yeah, I like that better. I like that over the Panthers right now.
Yeah. What about you? You got any Sunday plays?
I like the Giants +3. Because of the Henry Ruggs sitch.
Yeah.
And I feel like a little dirty, using that angle to make a bet this weekend. But
Waller's not 100%, I don't think.
Yeah, in that that's how I just can't imagine. Imagine one of your good coworkers just did that, and then you have to go teach normally, and not let it affect you.
No, and if you're unaware, he was driving drunk Monday night, Monday morning to Tuesday morning, that kind of thing. He is twice the legal limit, and he was going 156 in his car. And he crashed into another one, and he killed the other driver, and she had a dog as well. It's just
I didn't know that.
Really just as sad. She was right by her place, so she was probably just doing a quick run. I don't know. It's just sad. It's really, really sad.
Awful. And it's when you're on a professional team, those guys have to be handing you business cards with numbers to call.
No, the Raiders have it set up as their own organization where they'll pick you up.
Yeah, they know these dudes go party.
Just don't. How do you not have an entourage with the driver? I don't know.
I know it's
poor guy. Yeah. What else you got for Sunday? Hard transition.
Yeah. Took a turn. I like. Where did it go? Sneaky. I think that, and this is kind of out there, but I think Houston, Miami goes over.
I was going to guess that you were trying to find Houston, Miami. I should have just guessed it. I was right.
Yeah. I just had to double confirm what
46.
the line was at right now. Yeah, 46.5. It's this, I played a GPP early in the year with Atlanta, Washington, and I had a nice return on it. I game stacked that one. I just get the same feeling from this. We just have two
crappy teams.
And just not good defenses. And both offenses have actually, I know the Texans just got shut out recently, but aside from that game, like they're actually moving the ball a little bit.
Tyrod might be back.
Yeah, and if Tyrod's back, that's a plus. I just think that's a game where you're going to find them both in the mid-20s, and that's going to get you over.
Yeah, I liked it. You got another one? Or are you good?
It was New England.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you are. You said that already. So it wouldn't be a leftovers podcast if I didn't skip ahead. We forgot Cliff Notes. So we're gonna go do Cliff Notes. We got our bets out of the way. So if you wanted to trace our bets, you got them. But anywho,
You were so
let's go
proud
back-
of yourself too for not
I
skipping the
know.
intro.
I know. And then I was. The problem was I was looking at my sheet that we don't share, not our shared doc, and I forgot about Cliff Notes. So
You blew
one
it.
of these days, this show will go so well, and then it will be the worst show we've ever done.
And we will just evaporate into the ether.
Right, like and then like this is the end where you get sucked
Yeah.
up by the blue tube. That would be us.
Yes.
Anywho,
And I'm,
all right,
I'm
so
okay
Cliff
with that,
Notes.
honestly.
Yeah, that's how I want to go. That's perfect. That would be me peaking. You know. So we got Carolina and Atlanta last week. So we're gonna go through all the games on the Sunday slate. It was 19-13. We were way off on this one. This game was ugly. Pitts was bad. No Calvin Ridley, and so we thought Pitts to the moon, and it was not that. Just an ugly game.
And he had a drop.
This is what happens when like two bad teams play. It's like it's either like shootout or it's like super crap.
It's just, it's like shit show or barn burner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything else? I didn't like this game.
No, same. It just wasn't fun to watch. I paid attention to a lot of it on Sunday Ticket because of Pitts, and it was sad.
Yeah, I was wondering. I don't know if this happened, but I was wondering if Jeremy Chin would be a good matchup on defense against Pitts because he's like
they had
6'4".
Gilmore on him a lot.
Oh, they had Gilmore. That's also a really
Yeah.
good matchup.
Yeah,
So,
and I overlooked that
yeah,
because
yeah,
I think
he
that was his first game active.
It was his first game back. Yeah,
And like they lined Pitts up outside so much that
yeah, he's barely in line. The next one, another barely in line tight end. Miami at Buffalo. Buffalo won 26-11. The score wasn't surprised. I was just surprised it was so low scoring.
Yes and no, only because of Bills,
Yeah, their
but
defense.
second divisional match.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to have something to do with it, but yeah, I still would have thought the Bills would have done a lot more than that.
Cole Beasley had a good game. It was one of his random games. Miami Tua wasn't awful, but he wasn't any good. Waddle got a crazy amount of targets, so that was good news. But yeah, kind of a meh game to me.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest, most of these were.
Yeah. This next one wasn't for me. San Francisco at the Bears, 33-22. Honestly, it wasn't that big of a blowout. It was a good game most of the game.
It was a very good game.
Justin Fields looked legit. He had that crazy ass run.
That was so
100
cool.
Yards rushing. Oh yeah, he made like 7 dudes miss.
Yeah.
And he was PFF Rookie of the Week. So that's always good for me. I was just happy he looked decisive. I hope Nagy stays away from the team forever. The biggest thing I noticed was just we'll talk about this later, but like Bears defense has just been rolled by every quarterback now. And Eddie Jackson got hurt like first couple of plays of the game. And we don't know. Obviously it could have been like this even with him, but the Bears have no depth at safety and like that can play a free safety. And so to lose Eddie Jackson was just a monster hit.
They got Debo'd.
Yeah, Debo was good. Took a screen. 3rd and 19. How do you let a 3rd and 19 screen go for 84 yards?
Yeah, that's so bad.
Anywho, I was just happy Fields looked good. Herbert looked good too. Pittsburgh, Cleveland. I gotta be honest. I had to go back and look at this game. I don't remember seeing any of it.
The only thing I remember that I can like pinpoint as in my head right now was that Freiermuth touchdown.
Yep,
Only
it was a
because
sick catch.
I played him in cash. So
And he was your nuts on the table. Nut second.
he
drum
was
set,
my
I mean.
nuts. He was my nuts on a drum set. So yeah, D's nuts hitting the drum set this week.
Yeah, about to play Moby Dick for real. Anyway, it was 15-10 Pittsburgh. Najee had a pretty good game. I think he had like 90 yards rushing.
Mm-hmm. I think he scored too.
Deontay had a really good game. I actually faded him in cash. He was 2 away from the 100-yard bonus. And if he would have gotten the catch for 2 yards, then he would have been value. But that was always good to see. I love Deontay. Cleveland's in trouble.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, they're in a bad situation.
Not good.
And like this Odell thing, now he's being like basically banned from the league, like the team. Like if he's showing up for practice, why didn't you just trade him if you don't want him? It's not like he's holding out. It's not like a Watson thing where he's legal trouble. Like,
and why
he just hasn't been good. Yeah, just cut him or like it's stupid.
Dude, did you watch the video that his dad posted though?
I don't even need to. I have him in a dynasty league. He's open
all the time. He's
really open. It's Baker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Baker's. I thought he was good his rookie year. I thought he was good coming to college. Ever since then, he has not been any good.
No. I just remember him coming out. I was excited. I liked some of his tools. And then you're right. He had that
bananas throw to Landry. Remember that deep shot?
Yes.
And between two defenders, like on the run.
He was like running left and he just jumped to swivel and just bam.
Yeah, to set his shoulders. And it was one of the greatest throws I've ever seen. I'll never forget that throw. And I haven't seen that dude in a long time.
I was hoping the Jags were going to go get Beckham yesterday.
Dude, it's stupid. It's sad. I feel bad for the dude. Not that he's innocent, but like he's guilty of like just being like a personality. Like dude hasn't really done anything, but everyone makes a big deal out of everything he does.
He wanted the trade out of New York, right?
Yeah. Oh well, I think it was kind of a mutual thing. I think they were kind of sick of his antics.
Yeah.
Because the Mayers are like the stiffest. Like John Mayer is like the stiffest dude of all time. He is a constant stick of his butt.
Yeah, and that got blown up. Like he's the asshole.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. Speaking of really bad, Philly, Detroit.
Pass.
44-6. The only thing I want to say is Mr. Garbage Time sucks. We'll talk about another takeaway I have from this game. DeAndre Swift, it was literally the first time I've ever played him in DFS. I have no exposure to him in dynasty leagues. Like, I finally buy in, and he plays this white shit on me.
Oh, this is my second time, and the first time was the other time he fucking sucked this year.
I know. It's so hard to trust dudes when you do that. You finally buy in, and then they shit on you like that.
Oh, and then you end up fading them multiple times through the next few seasons and it just screws you.
Right. No, 100%. Stinker of a game. Next one was a fun game, crazy game. Tennessee at Indianapolis. Tennessee won 34-31 in overtime. Fun game.
That game was bananas with how the Colts jumped out so quick.
14-0, Michael Pittman.
Yeah, with those two Pittman touchdowns. The fact that they didn't win that game in regulation is really sad. And then the fact that they blew it again is even worse.
Yeah, so, Tennessee stormed back, tied at 14-14, and it was kind of back and forth. And then Wentz did the Wentz thing and threw a pick in the end zone, left-handed, pick six. Actually kind of worked because it got them the ball back and they were able to tie it, which is awesome. Then he does a horrible interception where Jonathan Taylor had like 20 yards before the next dude was under. Let's go by him. And it was just an easy, like, whoop, check down on first and 10. Like, perfect drive starter, right? Get your best guy the ball in space. I like Wentz.
No, he threw it into triple coverage instead.
Yeah, I like Wentz, but dude needs to chill. Like, you're not Superman. Next one, Cincinnati Jets stunner. Jets take down Cincinnati.
wild.
34-31. Wild.
How do you
Matt
feel,
White.
Mike?
Mike White.
How do you feel as a Jets fan though? Like
Alarmed.
I couldn't even imagine how I would feel if Trevor got hurt and CJ Beathard came in. And no, that's not even as much of a comparison because Beathard has played and been okay.
It would have to be somebody you've never heard of.
Yeah, exactly. And so Trevor gets hurt, someone random comes in and lights it up. I couldn't even imagine
against
how I would
a
feel.
good team.
Yes.
10.5 point favorites. I don't even know. Now, a lot of his yards, I think it was like 70% of his yards came after the catch. But
I'm
still,
sure. I mean, he's putting the ball in the right place.
Right. Backup quarterbacks check down the running backs a lot, but like it's because it's a safe play and it's on the other team not to let that happen. You know? Weird game though. Cincinnati didn't Chase didn't do much, but he had a touchdown.
He dropped one.
Yeah. Mixon didn't do very much. It was weird.
He had a front pylon, and he hit him right in the hands. He was right there.
Jeez. They used the preseason ball. That's what happened.
Oh yes, of course.
Of course.
Someone put the wrong one in. No, right. Someone put an NCAA one back in.
That's what got him. Now it threw him off. Right? He hasn't rhythm. I'm there. The next one. Rams at Texans 38-22. It was 38-0 in the fourth quarter. And then Houston just destroyed and got a backdoor cover.
I was like hoping so hard because Darrell Henderson was sitting at like 91 yards. And as soon as that started to pull close, I was like, oh yeah. Just get it close enough to put him back in.
One carry, please. But yeah, Hendo was our boy. More on him later. Rams are just a wagon. I think it was a very, very good game by Arizona to beat them because I think Kyler is just special and sometimes he can win you a game. But I don't know going forward. No more JJ Watt. That I'm curious what the rematch will look like.
And the Rams, I just don't see how they don't just keep getting better on offense.
I know they're a wagon. Next one is New England at Chargers. This one was a big disappointment for us. New England won 27-14, although you were kind of right with your takeaway, your question mark on Chargers as a team.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
confusing.
Herbert was really, really bad.
He's not been good for the last few games.
Right, his analytics, he was literally bottom in completion over expected and bottom in EPA added per drop back. He was all the way bottom left of a chart. You never want to be bottom left of a chart. So that's weird. I probably have to readjust QB3 in Dynasty. Yes. But anyway, it was Eckler still did all right. It was just a weird game.
I think you punch in just a couple more touchdowns for the Chargers, and I think that that story time lineup narrative, fits better. But the fact that the Chargers hung 14.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible, but the touchdowns was brutal. So maybe Bill Belichick is back. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
This next one, you want me to go pretty fast? Jacksonville, Seattle.
I don't really care. We left the house to go trick or treating, which was way more fun.
What were the costumes?
Lincoln was Marshall from Paw Patrol.
Solid.
It was great. He loved it. He would go up there. He would say trick or treat and thank you, and he would just come running back and scream, "I got candy!"
Oh my god!
Every time, every house. I know.
I would be that excited too.
Yeah,
Halloween was the best.
He's 3, and this was his first true trick or treating because last year he didn't still fully understand. So yeah, it was a great time. I had the Jags.
You dress up?
No.
Missed opportunity, my friend.
I thought about going as a Ryder from Paw Patrol, who's like the kid.
Oh, okay. I don't know the show.
But they didn't have any adult costumes
Mm,
for it, so
bummer.
yeah. But yeah, I turned the Jags game on my phone, and I was like half-ass watching it. Didn't miss anything.
I saw all but 3 targets went to DK and Lockett.
Mm-hmm.
Smart. That's what we would do in Madden. Every
Mm-hmm.
pass would be going to one of them too.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lockett 8 from the slot. That's a takeaway for me. That's why I kind of like Beasley this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, good for Seattle. They're kind of holding true without Russ, which is pretty cool. I saw he got his pin taken out of his finger, so maybe he's coming around the corner. I love watching Russ play. He's the cheesiest dude of all time, but he's fun to watch in the field. Washington, Denver, very disappointing game. I had a same game parlay. I thought this would be offense. It was not.
Yeah, the whole 4:00 slate I didn't watch really at all because we were gone.
I kind of was tuned out because I was pretty confident with my cash lineup that I was good, and I didn't have a bunch of exposure to the late games. So I was like, I don't really want to watch me just like lose money and like lose placement. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna pass for now. Yeah, it was just they didn't really do much either team. My only thing is free Javonte.
Please,
dude is one of the best, like on an efficiency standpoint, one of the best runners in the league, and I don't understand. I can't believe no one traded for Mel Gordon. I can't believe the Broncos didn't want to trade him. It makes me sad.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. What are you gaining by having him on the team?
The only thing is, like, I'm just trying to save him, workload.
Yeah, which I get a little bit.
But it's not like you have a young quarterback that you want that veteran for pass protection in, and like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. And like Mel gets more of the work.
Yeah.
If that's not an indictment on Fangio, because that's a Nagy thing. There'll be a really good player and Nagy won't play him. That's like my biggest sign of like, oh, you're a bad coach. Like you want to be right more than you want to be, successful.
Exactly.
Like you want to be right your way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, last game, I kind of wish I would have paid more attention to this. It was Tampa Bay, New Orleans, 27-36. New Orleans won. Feel bad for Jameis. That's a bummer. Torn ACL. Sucks. He's out for the season. Tampa Bay, Godwin 8. Thank you, Jesus. My fade worked pretty well on Evans.
That touchdown he caught was nasty, though.
Oh, it was. Yeah, he had one big play and it worked. He was efficient.
Yeah, I got back. I caught the, I don't want to say maybe fourth quarter-ish of that one, and that was a fun one.
Yeah, I talked to my buddy who's a Bucks fan, Ross, shout out, and he was talking about a lot of penalties and things like that. Definitely some weak pass roughing calls, and I'm typically someone who defends roughing because I don't want to watch backup quarterbacks. But yeah, there were some pretty bad ones. Like one negated an interception that was really bad. It just roughing sometimes that sucks. It's kind of just you have to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Weird game though. I'm really shocked that they lost by that much.
I know. It's even if with Jameis playing the whole game, like,
yeah, Trevor Siemian came in and balled out.
It's one of those just chalk it up as the NFL's weird. It's
and like division and like Saints kind of have the Bucks. I feel like Peyton kind of owns Arians.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it's just one of those things. Like happens a lot during the season, or the only thing you can come up with is the NFL, man.
Sometimes you gotta, that's why it's so important to take those random GPP shots. Be contrarian because like that shit happens every single week, and if you're right one time, boom.
And damn it, I was gonna say something. Move along. Don't worry about me.
Alrighty. Yeah. But anyway, so that was our last game. It's just sometimes the NFL is the NFL.
Oh, I
My
was gonna say the Jets
There you
just
go.
beat the Bengals. That's what it was.
Right. I knew if I talked enough, you'd get there. Anywho,
Yep.
my biggest takeaway, my exclamation mark is Dallas Goddard. I'm gonna fully admit that I'm a biased person and I overpaid to acquire him before the season because I was afraid of the Ertz trade happening before the season and his value skyrocketing, and I really wanted
Mhm.
him. But anyway, he got 7 targets. There were 16 passes, and 2 of them weren't even Hurts. Like he is
Yeah.
so clearly the best. He's the best skill player they have. Running back, wide
Oh
receiver,
yeah,
trying to.
he
It doesn't even matter.
hands down.
He is a freak athlete. He's big. He's just like he has occasional drop issues, but like dude is an animal. I'm riding his train the rest of the year. Spoiler: he's only 4.6 this week. Love him. I'll have him in every lineup for tight end.
I mean, I can't blame you at all for it.
What do you got for your exclamation mark?
That Carson Wentz stinks.
Admit your bias.
Yep, I have some bias here as
You didn't like Wentz though before he was a Colt.
That's what I'm saying is when we had this debate in our dynasty league in the spring or whenever
Before
that
the
went
trade,
down,
yeah.
I was pretty hard on I would not trade for this dude. If you look at the stats throughout his career, he holds the ball too long. He's not accurate. Yeah, he's not accurate. And he makes mistakes. Like
Turnover
those are
plays.
3 horrible qualities to have as a guy who you're looking to be your franchise quarterback. And the only time that dude was like legit successful was when his entire situation was perfect. Nick Foles won the Super Bowl.
That's what I was gonna say. It was so good that Nick Foles could roll in and they didn't miss a step.
So that's the only time he has been like MVP good.
No, it's fair.
So until he proves me wrong, he stinks.
Yeah, and more on that later.
He's beaten 3 bad teams this year, and one of them, JT beat the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm. My question mark that I'm curious going forward is Bears D. I mentioned it. They got torched by Brady. They got torched by Rodgers. Okay. They got torched by GQ for 300 yards. Now I'm curious.
Yeah, now we got to take a step back.
Let's see what's going on here. Like, because early on, this, I was very down on the Bears defense.
Mm-hmm.
But Robert Quinn's been a monster, and they've been able to make it happen. But now Mac is hurt. Eddie Jackson's hurt. They keep getting torched, so they might be a team to stack against going forward. I want to see what happens. I want to see if Pittsburgh rolls on them. You know what I mean? Because I think Pittsburgh's
exactly
crushed. If you want to play that's future for Monday, I love the Pittsburgh spread. I already have money on it, -6.5.
What's the line?
-6.5. I don't think the Bears. I think it's a double-digit loss.
Oh yeah, because their defense is still good. I mean, it's
run
not what it was last year.
TJ Watt, they can't block him.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm with you. I think that's a good play. I hadn't looked in that game yet, but yeah, sounds about right.
All right, what about your question mark takeaway?
I am gonna go back to that same game, and I'm gonna say AJ Brown. Only in a sense of I have no idea what his production is gonna look like the rest of the season. It's either he's to the moon, or he's gonna dip in stacks, because without that Henry threat, I'm like slightly worried about him, but I'm still confident.
So,
but
guess where I'm at on that?
To the moon.
I mean, it's not. Dude, he could get like a crazy target share going forward.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's going to go one of 2 ways. I lean towards him being awesome because he is awesome.
I think his floor is like a top 10 wide receiver going forward.
I just also could potentially see a scenario to where that running game is just dead.
Yeah, but like I think volume has been his only thing that's held him back. Like, dude has produced every single time he's gotten any kind of volume. Like, he is just a man amongst boys. His
I
touchdown
agree.
versus
He
the
is
Colts, they wanted no part of
no.
tackling him. That dude is just more man than like four of us put together.
I know.
It would take
He's so
four of
much fun
me
to
to make
watch.
one him. Yeah, I love AJ Brown.
The other thing for that though is Tannehill. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think he's the guy who is going to win you games when it's all on him. So
no, he's like the top of the Kirk Cousins tier.
yeah, exactly.
Like, he's good. He can make plays that can help you win, but like, he needs help. But
Exactly.
I mean, that's what AJ Brown does. But
Yeah,
I get your point. It's all the attention's going to be on him.
Mm-hmm. Make or break time for him, but I think he's
No, I
got
think
the
it's
skills and the talent to make it. So
No, I think that's a fair question mark. I'm just such a fanboy. It's not even close.
yeah.
All righty. Now we're gonna get back to our normal schedule, and we're gonna talk some DFS picks. All right.
Kabam.
This is a tough slate for me.
Hold the phone. We need to take a victory lap. We did
Let's
it.
Go.
Personally, I got rid of the yips. I had the cash game yips so bad for like 3-4 straight weeks. I was constantly second guessing myself. Every like final lineup I would, I'd get into.
Tinker.
I was tinkering. I couldn't sit there and pinpoint who the cash or the chalk was going to be and who to fade. I straight up had the yips. I went 0 for 3 on my cash plays on the show, and I still did it.
Yeah. My cash plays nailed, and I had some bad plays, but it didn't even matter. I actually split and went 2 cash, and they both hit 151 and 152. I loved it.
Yeah, mine was 148, I think.
Yeah, so it's been rare. It's taken us 8 weeks to get to where we both cashed in the same week. But now this is just this is what's going to happen going forward. We're
so just get used to it.
So yeah, let's go back. So last week my top play cash and just overall was Pittman. He was 5.8 times value.
That's good.
Boy, I was so happy. I had him in literally every lineup. I was so, oh my God, just my heart. And especially before that first touchdown, he had a target in the end zone right before. That wasn't like an easy.
Oh, yeah,
play,
I remember that.
But like, he could have pulled that down for a touchdown. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, this sucks. And like, I texted you and I'm on delay. And then by the time you're like, dude, shit, because you faded him. And I was like, yes. And then the next play was a target to him again for a touchdown. So yeah, that was huge for me. Hendo, another guy, I had him in almost every lineup. I loved him. He was 3.4 times value. Again, that's exactly what you're looking for. My last one was Deontay, which I ended up fading and shifted to Teddy. That was my nutsack on the drum set. It did not go well. That was a bummer. But if you get 5.8 times value on a 5K wide receiver, you're in good shape.
I'll say it's making up someone else's slack.
All right. Your cash plays?
Well, I wrote mine down, and next to them I wrote one word for each.
I laughed.
The first one was sad. Oh. The second one was hurt. And the third one was LOL. So the first
who
one
was who?
Pitts. Pitts is sad.
That was major sad.
It made me big sad.
I almost wore a Pitts jersey today just to show him that I didn't give up. But I want some tough love.
Maybe that's what he needs, man.
I think he does.
That stupid thing. Oh my God, I'm a moron. I've been wearing the headphones in the wrong ears for this whole time.
That's like wearing wrong shoes, fool.
I don't think it's that bad, but it's still pretty bad.
You're pretty bad.
I am bad, I know. Yeah, that was just a sad game all around.
Yeah, he didn't even get a target to the second half.
Yeah, that was no sense. J-Rob got hurt.
Boo.
It was pretty early too. Yeah, and then Mr. Garbage Time fucked me.
Yeah, there was no garbage time, so he didn't get any points.
No. Well, you know what? This is what pissed me off the most is they had like 4 rushing touchdowns and not one goes to him.
2 of them went to Jordan Howard. What?
Did you know that this is his 6th year? I would have told you like 13.
I only knew because Bears, but
I know,
yeah.
but I would have probably legit said like 8 or 9.
I thought he was out of the league.
Well, he was for a time, but
yeah, that was sad. And then it didn't go well. But anyway, here are our money cash plays. I'm going back to the well. It's one of my favorite players, and it's Hollywood Brown for $6K. I just think that's too cheap. I think that's too cheap. Go ahead.
It's way too cheap. In my first build, I was on Bateman. Second build, who I really, really like, but I 4K. Had some cash to play with, and it was a no-brainer to move up to Hollywood.
He's just such a deep threat like that. It only takes one time, and he can hit value at that. He's hit value. Go ahead.
He has that skill set, but he also is carrying volume with it now.
Yeah, and it didn't change when Bateman came back.
No.
He's hit value, over 18, so value for 3K. 3 out of his last 4 and 5 out of 7 on the year. He averages 19 a game for 6K. Good. I mean, what are we looking for here? His 2 games where he didn't hit that, he had the Detroit game where it was a disastrous drop touchdown games. And then the other one was that weird ass Chargers game where the Chargers didn't score at all. And then Bell, Latavius Murray, and Devontae Freeman all scored rushing touchdowns. Like, cool,
so
bro.
The 2 times
he dropped the touchdown.
I'll say the 2 times he hasn't hit value, some weird shit's happened.
I just think I'm gonna have him in every lineup. I just think he's playing Minnesota, not great defense. And he's just a burner.
No,
it only takes one.
Cooper and CeeDee Lamb just ripped them up with Cooper Rush. Like, Jesus.
Yeah. It was just, Cooper.
Well, I mean, I know
and Wilson got a 75-yard touchdown on him.
Oh, yeah. I know that they didn't, like, score, but, like, the stat lines of those guys were all solid.
Yeah. It's what you're looking for.
Beef, my next one. It's what's for dinner.
My next one is T. Higgins. He's someone I've been trying and failing to acquire in Dynasty. I think he's a very good player. He's only 5.3, and Chase is like 7.6 or something crazy. Like, I do not think the gap is that different between the two. 5.3, he's versus the 25th DVOA pass defense in Cleveland. He's had 34 targets the last 4 games. So he's getting volume. He hasn't scored. If he scores, he hits value, and he's 6'4". Like, he's a very good candidate to score. I like him a lot. I think he's going to hit that value. My last one is Zeke. Definitely.
You son of a bitch.
I've waved the white flag on him. I was wrong. I was just straight up wrong. I love Zeke in cash plays. 27th run D versus Denver. Dearness Johnson tore them up, and like really the Cleveland O-line tore them up. So
he was running through alleys.
It was anyway. I remember they showed a play where it was a zone run, and literally every single gap was wide open. I just think Zach Martin is going to eat them alive. I think they're up most of the game. I think they run a lot. Even in the blowouts, Zeke gets fed. And usually he's part of the early action that gets them towards that blowout. He missed his last game for cashing versus Minnesota. But he was valued the 4 weeks before that, averaging 24 points. Like, yes, that's what I want from a high-pressure running back. I want 20 plus.
Yep. And I don't know. I chalk last week's game as a throwaway because of Cooper Rush. I mean,
right.
Zeke's threat is significantly different when Dak is thrown to those guys.
Exactly.
So this is one of mine as well. We're gonna double down on it because
He's
I'm with
good.
you. He's getting the carries. He's got tons of touchdown equity, and I don't know, running back isn't the best this week either. So I think
It's hard.
for me, I'm paying for both.
No, I like that. I like Zeke 100%.
So
What else
yeah,
you got?
I'm definitely with you there. Even pretty sure he still out snapped Pollard like 20-8 last week.
Mm-hmm.
Or out rushed. I mean, whatever. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Out touched.
Yes, that's the one.
I'm here to help, my friend.
Do you remember that creepy ass old Lou Holtz commercial where he said, "That's the one"?
Remember Sammy Jones
I
from
do.
your social studies class?
Yeah, I will. Here's a side tangent. I literally live like 10 minutes from Notre Dame, and lived in this area like my whole life. Lou Holtz is a piece of shit. That is an
Not a
old
good dude.
racist dirtbag.
Not a good
And
dude.
people around here like think he's Jesus still.
I know. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I'm with you
not
100% there. No, I don't feel bad making fun of him.
No, not at all. Zeke, and then I'm going to Eckler.
Solid.
Same thing. The volume never goes away for him. It only went away in that Baltimore blowout. And I think he got hurt in too, so that was extra reason for them to not keep
Plus, it
trotting
was like
him
a
out.
30-point game.
Yeah, it was 34-6. Like, so yeah, you're looking at Eckler. You take away week 1 against Washington. That was a low scoring game.
Right.
And then you take away that Baltimore game. He's going to pretty much get you 22 points.
Yeah, and it's always like 100 yards combined, rushing and receiving. Like one way or another, he's going to beat you.
He's going to get some catches, and he's going to score probably. So that's my second one. I think, like I said a few minutes ago, I just don't think running back is all that hot this week. So
no, it's hard.
I'm making sure I just because normally I guess when I'm going for running backs, I can find a guy in the 6s or 5s that I feel good of.
Yeah, I would prefer to spend it down a little bit at running back.
I can easily find a guy who I think will go 3-4 times value. But with, I don't know, it's just I don't like the position as much this week, so I think getting 2 guys you just feel good about is important.
Right. I think it's good.
Last one, I'm going to do it just for debate's sake, but I'm playing Chase this week.
I knew you were going to go him.
Yeah. I'm
He's
playing
a lot.
him. He is a lot. But with our Albert O and Nico Collins, I can afford to pay up.
What is Chase's price?
7.6.
I would nailed it. God, I'm good.
So, here's a weird one. He has been like an every other game kind of guy. And not that that's like a legit thing at all, but this is really strange. Weeks 2, 4, 6, and 8, he's gotten 13 points, 13 point something. And then other than that, he's like obviously killing it. And I'm not using that as my reasoning because that is bad reasoning to justify a play. Right. I'll just throw that out there. But what I'm looking at here is the targets.
Yep.
His target share doesn't really waver too much. You saw that one game from Higgins blow up in targets because that was the game they got pounded. This dude's going to score almost every week. He dropped a touchdown last week that would have given him 20 points.
And he gets deep passes. Like, those are worth more.
So they just got embarrassed by the Jets. And now they're playing a division rival at home with
that they would love
potential playoff implications,
Yeah, they would love to put the foot on the throat of Cleveland.
Yeah, so I'm going to Chase here. They're back at home. I really like it. And like I said,
I do too.
You got Nico Collins sitting here at 3.6. and he's starting to come around in that offense. He's got 6, 5, and 4 targets in the past 3 games each.
Yeah.
And then we've got Albert O sitting at 2.6. I was on Goddard with you, but with Fant out this week, I got to do it. So with Albert O and Nico, I'm cramming in Lamar, Eckler, Zeke, Hollywood, Chase.
It's a good lineup. It's very sexy.
So, and we've talked about this before. Like, things can change a lot from Wednesday to Sunday, and lots of times our lineups don't stay the same. But if nothing whack goes on, I'm not touching.
And like, obviously, we love input. So if you ever have any questions and you want to hear our input on like what does our Sunday lineup look like, or do you like this dude or that dude, or these combo of dudes versus these combos of dudes, like hit us up. We'd love that stuff. We eat it
up. The like 2 versus 2s. That's like one of the most fun DraftKings like things.
Oh, that's our Sunday mornings. We're just hitting up this dude and this dude, or that guy and that guy.
Yeah, because you get down to like your last 2 slots and you feel really good about everybody. Yeah.
Really, it's the last spot. You get lucky when you hit that last spot and you're like, oh, I like that guy. Usually it's like, oh, I like this dude that's like 800 more. All right, well, let me adjust somebody else down 800. And
it's all playing the puzzle.
Right, and that's what we love. We love puzzles. So 100%. So those are our cash plays. I'm pretty confident with mine.
Why is it called puzzles?
That's the reason.
Oh, you blew it. They said,
how much mother?
That's the puzzle.
Well, yeah, we were the same page. I'm going to take that at least. That's a 2/3 win at worst.
All right, fine.
I got the giggle. I win.
That's like when that's like when you that's like an overtime loss in hockey. You still get a point.
Perfect metaphor. I love it.
But just not all of them.
No, I definitely didn't hit it. But I was like, I tripped at the finish line, but I still like stuck my arm out, and so I finished. I medaled.
You hit the tape.
Right. That's all that matters. All right.
If you were legit in a race and got a medal, you would be the meme, the bronze medalist. Just fuck you.
Dumping champagne and he's 7th in line. Yeah, I know.
I love that meme.
Oh, it's never not a hit. It's always
anytime that one gets worked into something, it's a plus.
Yeah, it's such a niche like meme, but it's so good. Yeah. Oh my god. All right, so tournament plays. My favorite, and honestly, if he gets to start and sounds good, he's going to be in my cash lineup. It's Taysom Hill.
Same. Yeah.
At worst, he's going to be in my GPP. He's 5.5. His 4 starts last year, he scored 24, 17, 24, 19 for an average of 21 points.
I'm in the same boat. If he's 100% starting, lock and load in cash because you're just playing a running back at 5.5 for quarterback.
And he went over 200 yards passing 3 of the 4 games.
It's crazy.
He scored 2 rushing in 2 of the games, 2 passing touchdowns.
And they got the Falcons. Like if he was like
team.
Yeah, if he was playing the Rams or I don't know, someone good, I would be like, I probably won't. Or I would GPP it. But if he's starting and it's the Falcons, yes, I will be playing him in cash, and I will probably use the money to move Albert O back to Goddard.
And so that's my tournament solo play. It's kind of out of order, but that's just my favorite. That's one of my favorite plays. I just need to see what happens. Sunday morning, I'll be looking into what's going on.
Yeah.
You got a solo?
Go ahead and keep it rolling with yours.
All right. So my stack, we already mentioned him. Goddard, he's still only 4.6. That's too cheap. So I like Goddard, and the run back is one of Zach's dudes, and one of my dude is Eckler. Or Keenan Allen. I would be fine at either one. But like we said, running back is kind of rough this week. So I'm definitely only going to be playing 2 running backs. And so that's why I like being able to sneak Eckler in there. He's 7.9. But yeah, Goddard is the target leader for Philadelphia. and Eckler is facing a really bad run defense, and he gets a whole bunch of touches, and he has touchdown equity. And so I just think both of them, I'm hoping that game scores a lot, and I think both will easily hit value.
Yeah, I could see that one. For me, a solo one, I really like Aaron Jones.
Dude, I love Aaron Jones. I liked him before the Rodgers news too.
Mm-hmm. But with that Rodgers news, that's like got GPP written all over it.
And backup quarterbacks dink and dunk.
Yep.
Aaron Jones is a great play this week for 7-2.
Yeah, so sign me up there for GPP. Other than that, yeah, I like my cash line, but overall, this is not the most exciting slate. I think you could have some fun game stacking San Francisco, Arizona. I think there's going to be a lot of low ownership there, so I think that could be a sneaky fun game.
I like Rondale Moore, whether or not Kyler plays, because if Kyler plays, they're going to be looking to get the ball quick because his ankle.
Yeah.
And so I think he's a good guy to scheme up. And then if he doesn't play, Colt McCoy, like I just said, backup quarterbacks dink and dunk. Like, then you get it to the dudes that can create after the catch, like Rondale Moore. And he's like 4.2, super cheap.
Yeah, I like that as a GPP a lot. So I think I'm probably going to create a lineup off a little game stack on that one.
I like that play. I like that. Alrighty. My fade I am excited about. I'm going to admit my bias again. I've never been a fan of the dude, but it's DJ Moore. Lame. I've been a stockholder in Curtis Samuel for a long time. I think that's part of it. He wasn't one of the, he was the draft class before I really started getting into scouting college players. So maybe that's part of it. But I just have always felt like he's been overhyped like crazy. And he's, I think 6.4 this week. He's been bad 4 weeks in a row. He's versus New England, so he's going to face Jackson, who's a really good cornerback. The Darnold concussion / being benched and potentially PJ Walker. There's a whole lot of stuff I want no parts of, and I do not think he hits value.
Yeah, I briefly thought about him because I have played him in the past. I'm looking at his game log right now. It was that Dallas game I played him.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was the one before that, and I faded him that one, and I got mad. Anyways, he's a fun player. I thought the way they started using him after McCaffrey went down was going to be really, really good for him.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened.
It's just I don't know. Like I said, I'm a little biased. I just don't think he's superstar. I think he's good, 100%. I just don't think he's people have been oh, he's the biggest buy for the last 2.5 years, and it just seems ridiculous. Anyhow, so those are DFS plays.
My fade. I'm just gonna call my fade as the top tight ends. I just don't like any of them. So for me, I'm going all the way to Goddard. I think for me, it's Goddard or Albert O. I'm looking at the top 4 right now. Kelsey, Waller, Pitts, Andrews. None of those super interest me this week.
Yeah, something's up with Kelsey. We were talking about this.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but something is up with Kelsey.
And if I'm paying at tight end, I'm gonna feel damn good about it. So I don't even get close to wanting to pay for one of those guys this week.
Yeah, Waller, he's kind of coming off that ankle. We don't really know. That's kind of questionable. Pitts, really awful game. New Orleans is a pretty good defense. And if Ridley doesn't play, he's probably catching Marshawn Lattimore, right?
Who? Oh, Pitts?
Pitts, yeah. I mean, if
that's
Ridley
why
doesn't play, and Lattimore crushes Mike Evans.
That's why in my first
a similar
build,
body type.
My first build, I had Tajay Sharp because watching that game last week, I kept getting pissed off thinking they were going to throw to Pitts and then go to stupid Tajay Sharp. And I'm like, why are we throwing to these guys who were out of the league
I don't know.
last year or whatever. Ugh.
Andrews plays Minnesota. They have Eric Kendricks, really good coverage linebacker, and they have Harrison Smith, really good coverage safety. I think I'm with you, my man. The top tight ends are not anything I want any part of.
No, not this week.
All right, those are our DFS plays. Like we said, we love DFS questions. If you have any, please hit us up, especially Sunday morning.
Love DFS.
I mean, it's a problem.
Yeah. You all got any more of them slates to play?
Right. Shout out Dave Chappelle. So moving on, we got our story time. So last week, like we said, we had New England Chargers. The total was 49. We went Herbert, Keenan, Harris. I ended up changing tight end to Cook because he's a little bit cheaper than Henry. Some of them are okay. Herbert 2.1 times value, Harris 2.3 times value, Keenan Allen 3 times value on the nose. Sadly, Cook was 1.3. It was a weird game, like you said. LA didn't score touchdowns, and that's really hard to make a GPP if you're not getting touchdown luck.
Mm-hmm.
So this week, I like Zach. Kind of, he warned me off some of the teams we've been feeding too much. He goes, let's do Houston at Miami.
Let's get weird.
I like it. I like the two shit teams. It could be crazy shootout. I like it.
Yeah. And so my thought here was, let's game stack with all these mega cheap guys, and then let's just load some studs with them. So
I like it a lot.
You got 2 at 5.8, but I'm saying if Tyrod's playing, he's 5K.
Oh, okay.
And you could go Tyrod with Waddle, Nico, and Cooks, and then probably Gesicki. And then
it's not bad.
I'm gonna do this right now. I'm gonna throw this in. Let's see what we're sitting at.
Yeah. So I mean, if you go Tua, it's 21.1K to have those 4. So if you go Tyrod instead, then it's only 20,300. So you have 60% of your lineup for running back, wide receiver, tight end, flex, defense.
Yeah. Speaking of defense, is there a play besides the Chiefs this week?
I like Dallas. Dallas's defense has been really good.
They have been. Where are they at?
Week. They're 3.3. They're playing Denver. That's not a good offense right now. I mean, Washington's defense shut them down.
Yeah.
I've been big on Dallas's defense ever since I thought they were going to be so much ass, and then instantly they weren't. I'm like, okay, I'm with it. Let's go.
Yeah, for me, it's the Chiefs at 2-3, and just game log digging, they've hit 0 or -1 only twice, and they're playing Rodgers-less Packers.
That's a good call. I forgot about that. Yeah, Jordan Love's maybe he's good, but I really doubt it.
Yeah, so for me, that's all. But no, Cowboys D has been sneaky good for DFS because they fucking score so much, man.
And the picks, they bring in sacks. All right, but low key. So our friends, we got a lot of Packers friends in our group chat, and I raised the fact that Jordan Love season, they tried to say that if he sucks, it's a neutral result. No, it is not. If your first round quarterback after 1.5 years sitting sucks versus that crappy ass defense, that is 100% a bad result.
Don't forget that pick. The one you traded up for.
Like, you had a championship window and you took a dude that can't fucking play at quarterback in the first round. That is a huge loss.
There's levels here because it's that, and it's like you said, the championship window, and you took a guy who you won't even be relying on for that window.
Ridiculous. What? Yeah. So if he sucks, that is a huge, huge detriment, especially if I hope Adams comes back. I hope they have like their full complement.
And it's just, yeah.
because
That'd be hilarious.
And they deserve a bad quarterback. You should not get 30 years of Hall of Fame quarterback. You shouldn't.
No.
That's not fair. I've never had one.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm the same way as a Jags fan with the Colts, but the Packers are worse because Luck retired.
Yeah.
And I don't hate the Packers because I'm not in the division. I like Rodgers because I've had him in fantasy leagues. And
he's a cool dude. That's 100%.
So much fun to watch play football. But yeah, without him, it'd be pretty damn funny to watch Jordan Love go out there and just totally shit.
Although I haven't seen the updated details, but if it's true that he said he was vaccinated and he wasn't, that is bad. Really shitty.
Yeah,
like,
that's
speaking
really
as someone
bad.
that's a teacher, we have not NFL rules, but we have rules for vaccinated and unvaccinated teachers, and they're very, very strict if you're not vaccinated versus if you are vaccinated. And so if you've been lying and then just been able to be no mask, do whatever you want, that's really, really unfair to people.
I would be very angry as a teammate.
Yeah. That, one, you're letting your team down, but two, you lied and then you got away with it and you put my life at danger. People die.
Exactly. I
feel like everyone acts like COVID isn't a big deal, but not everyone, but you get my point. There's a common thought oh, it's the flu. Yeah, for some people, but people die. It ruins families. I don't know. That would be a huge, and I hate him because he's a Packer, but as a dude and as a quarterback, he's my GOAT quarterback. He's a really, really, really likable dude, and that would be super shitty. So I hope there's more details to that because that is bullshit.
I said in our group chat once, I think there's a big distinction between being the GOAT and being the best.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tom Brady is clearly the GOAT, but Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback to ever play football.
Tom's accomplishments put him at a point where his play is able to the combination of the two puts him over Rodgers. But as far as best
Straight
dude
up.
I've ever seen play in position, it's Rodgers.
Yes.
He was unfair, and the Bears had dominant defenses and would crush everybody.
I'll say and then he still wrecked them.
Dice him up. Like it wasn't even anything. He was the most unfair player I've ever seen play against the Bears, and I hated it every second of it.
Yeah. I had him in our keeper league for a long time, but I could never get Jordy, and it sucked.
I was a big Jordy guy. Me and Tim always got Jordy.
Yeah, I know. I never got him.
No. I wouldn't pick Aaron, but I'd pick his receivers. Because that's cooking.
Yeah.
Speaking of cooking.
Cooking.
Let's talk about Mr. Dalvin Cook himself. He is cooking.
That was good.
Yeah. Sometimes, even a blind man finds a nut once in a while. Blind squirrel. That's what I was looking for. Anywho, blind man finding a nut's kind of gross. Moving on.
Probably doesn't take him too long to find that.
Oh, it's droopy. Do your balls. Oh, who said that? Who did that? What's going on? Dalvin Cook. He's a running back for the Minnesota Vikings. Going into week 7, he had a 20% explosion run rate, which means it goes over 10 yards. I mean, that's 1 out of 5. I'm a math teacher.
So
that's
1
bananas.
out of 5 times he gets more than 10 yards.
Does he get a lot of carries?
I think that's good.
Does he get 20 carries a game? Every game?
Probably. Yeah, around there.
Quick math. That's 4 times he's busting over 10 yards.
Oh, man.
It's pretty good.
Wow, that is good. You're right.
Yeah. So Cook is cooking for sure. Kyron Williams, Notre Dame running back. He's sneaky jumping up this running back class. He had a play that was dead on the 9-yard line for minus 2 yards.
I didn't see this live. I saw it the next day, I think, and I was just holy fuck.
Oh my God. Yeah, our buddy Brady put in the chat Kyron Williams. I was like, oh, okay, he probably did something cool. And I saw the play. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So he was dead rushing to the right, and then he just stiff armed a fool and went left, stiff armed another fool, and busted up 91 yards. And it was a 1-score game. ND was up 6 in the fourth quarter, and that just iced it. So
it was over.
that's nutsack on the drum set type
That
stuff.
totally is, yeah.
Congratulations. So good for you, Connor Williams. Myles Garrett, he's been a frequent Guan or cooking dude because he's just that guy. He showed up to Halloween in like a Grim Reaper type costume. The best part was his cape had bunch of QB names of the dudes that he sacked, and it was that Harry Potter like staggered font. It was dope. He crushed it.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he seems like 100% like not a football guy.
Yeah,
but like a dude like we would love to hang out with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he seems very, very cool, down to earth. The next one, Fields' crazy run. He scored a touchdown on a totally blown run play, and it was all him.
He had no business scoring that.
No, he made 4 dudes miss. That's 100% that had him dead to right. And then he had a couple blocks at the end, but one of them got an arm on him too, and he still powered through that. So it was 4 to 6 missed tackles and like a 20-yard run.
It was man. God, I keep yawning. Sorry. It was like that. It should have been a sack. Should have been another sack, and then another, and then another, and then it should have been like a 5-yard run, and then it was a touchdown.
And for like me, that was so impressive because like I don't think he's a very elusive guy. I think he's very fast.
Yes.
I think, he can burn people, but I don't think he's not Kyler. He's not Lamar. He's not making people miss. He's not even Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's more elusive than him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
Trevor
big and
probably
fast.
is too.
Yeah. That's just not his game. He likes the spin move. He loves the spin move. That's all he's got. And so for him to make all those dudes miss, I thought was very, very impressive and kind of like an understanding of his athleticism at this level.
That's a very important skill.
Moving on, because I love Fields. I could talk forever about him. Demario Davis. Love this. So Zach is really not a Skip Bayless fan. I like to laugh at him. I think he's a character. But anyway, so Skip Bayless was posting like, oh, let's see if Demario Davis has his heart at after he plays Tom Brady. Saints won against Tom Brady on like a crucial interception on Tom Brady. And so he posted a quote tweet, and it had just Skip Bayless saying, no, with like 150 O's. His whole 160 characters were O's.
I love it. I'm so here for that level of petty.
I am 100%. I love backing up smack talk with playing the field. So that was amazing. It was just top notch. Way to go, Demario Davis. How about shout out to K_Rich_21 with the perfect timing at the stadium game.
Yes.
So it was like he's like at an end zone seat, right? And then there was like a running like graphic, and it was turning, and I don't know what it said, but he turned that picture.
I think it was one of those like if you need assistance or whatever, like
call blah blah blah. But anyway, he timed it perfect so that it reads need immediate ass.
Same.
Winner. Like peak. That's peak level. Like, you go viral off that. You're the man. Like 100%. I love you. This one's you. Why don't you hit him with the Teddy Bruschi?
I had to put this in here.
I'm so happy you did. I forgot to do it, and this is better coming from you.
I already talked my shit about Wentz, so I'm not going to do that again. But like, if you guys haven't seen this clip of Teddy Bruschi on whatever dumb show he's on ESPN, it's a clip of him like 2-minute just absolute rant about and rant is the only word for it too, about how if you play Carson Wentz, all you gotta do is wait for him to fuck it up. And it took him 2 minutes to say it, and they took the clip to some goofy music, and all of the clips
it was
Carson Wentz.
Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
Oh man, it's too funny. And the fact that they were able to fill a whole highlight reel of one game.
And it was like he's gonna make some good throws, and they showed some good throws. He's like,
Yeah.
but if you keep letting him throw, eventually he's gonna give it up to you. And that was the left-handed interception. He's like, and he's gonna throw plays that make you shake your head. And it was the interception first play in the overtime where you had JT wide open. And it's like, yeah, Teddy was right.
I was legit laughing watching that video.
Oh, it was amazing. The Kirby
was too
enthusiasm
well
music
done.
underneath it. Too
Yeah.
funny. And like, I'm not someone that typically agrees with Teddy Bruschi, but dude was right. When you're right, you're right.
When you're right, you're right. I'm having fun trolling our Dynasty League about it because when we had this debate, I was the only person who said he wasn't good. And you were pretty middle ground about like, yeah, he could be. You know, I like what he's got, and we'll see. Right. Yeah, that's where you were. But pretty much like everybody else was like, no, he's awesome.
Right. He could definitely be this.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. He's a roller coaster quarterback, 100%. My
last comment on that is I don't think he's legit won them a game yet.
I honestly, yeah. This would have been the game that they won because early on he was hitting Pittman.
Mm-hmm.
But they lost.
And if they pulled it off, it wouldn't have been his complete ineptitude that did it.
Yeah, but it really was what lost in the game was his picks and his bad throws. Exactly what Teddy said was what happened.
Yeah, so that's all I got there. Victory lap.
Our last cooking is Ball U. Chirp.
This is wild.
Ball the fuck down. So anyway, Akron was driving. They were down 6 in fourth quarter, like a minute 42 left. They snapped the ball. It's like the 13-yard line, 3rd and 7. Quarterback runs. Great play. Gets the first down. He's trying to reach into the end zone. Boom! Gets lit up by our Cardinals and fumbles. And Cardinals recover, and they win. Let's go. Let's
Hell
go.
Yeah. Here's the last thing.
Touchdown. The tackle.
That play also cashed the under.
Mm-hmm.
That play would have hit the over.
Talk about a bad beat, man. I'd be so pissed.
Yeah. It's fun to see Ball State be good.
Yeah, we love Ball State. I've made some decent money on betting on them. I didn't know they were playing, or I would have bet them.
Good thing you didn't because the spread was like 20.5.
Good thing I didn't because, like I said, Ball State's been making me money. When I bet them, they've been winning, and when I haven't, I guess it's been good. I don't know.
Yeah, they were heavy favorites.
Yeah, I don't think Akron's very good. So they're booking. Akron's booking. Moving on to booking. We got Mahomes in the sad TikToks with his brother and his wife. That has to be a hard spot, just as an awkward, like non-confrontational kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, chill out. Like, you keep doing TikToks that embarrass me, and I'm the famous one, not you. I'm the successful one, not you. And then, like, his wife is, like, throwing her booty in the cam, like, okay, cool.
Like, having all the fun in the world with him.
And he's just, like,
sitting there sad.
Eating chicken, like no emotion, no effort to participate in this. Like he's like, yeah, I'm like a face of a league. Could y'all chill a little bit?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I have a lot of sympathy for him.
Speaking of off the field stuff, isn't it whack how nobody even remembers Urban Meyer grinding on that girl?
Did you see the Halloween costumes?
Well, I mean, as like that's a good point. But as far as like so much shit has happened in the NFL since that, that like it's already an afterthought.
That's true. He was smart that he did it late in the early in
between Gruden and Ruggs, and all the Watson trade. Like the NFL has been so wild this year that if you were to list like the top storylines at the end of the year, that's not even going to be one.
Yeah, whatever finished 11th in top 10 story would be like such a snub.
Yeah, exactly. Any other year.
Yeah. No, I'm with you there. Next one, Zach Earmuffs. So Jags had 12 men on the field, and so they got the penalty. And then the next play, they had to call a timeout because they had 12 men on the field.
There is so much just like complete ineptitude in that coaching staff at times where I'm like, I just don't understand. Yes,
Dude,
Dennis.
I mean, you've seen this before because I've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
This is bad coaching, 100%. This is, you can spot when you've had bad coaching, you can spot it like, oh, that's a sign. This is a bad coaching staff. They do not know what the hell they're doing.
Penalties is a big one.
Bears
And
is 100% a bad coaching staff.
And
that's some bear shit.
Bad penalties like that is even worse.
Yeah, where it's like you call timeout to avoid a delay of game, and then the next play you get delay of game. Yeah. The Bears have done that multiple times. Like, that's bad fucking coaching. There's so no way about that.
Yeah.
Next one, a little bit goofier, a little bit fun. So this is just our world is booking. The top 5 passing leaders in week 8. Mike White, 405 yards. Did you call that one, Zach?
Twice
you did? Oh, yeah. Good for you. The next one, Tom Brady, 375. All right.
I didn't call that one somehow.
No, who would have guessed? Third, Cooper Rush, 325 yards passing. You had that one?
No.
Okay.
No.
I didn't know because you nailed Mike White, so I was curious. What about Jimmy GQ, passing for 322, for 4th most in the league?
I had him at 5th and penciled at 317.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, it's horseshoes, right? You're pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. What you thought would be GQ, the real 5th leading passer. Davis Mills, who everyone had as the 5th leading passer.
Except for me.
310 yards. Like, who didn't see that one coming? Versus the vaunted Rams defense.
Oh, it's wild, man. That's like the Ghost of 17 running backs week.
I mean, what the hell is going on here? Top 4 or 5 passing yards in a week are Mike White, Cooper Rush, Davis Mills, and Jimmy GQ. Like, what twisted ass dark timeline are we living in?
I would say if you had said in 2018 in week 8 of 2021 and you named those 4 guys, you would have only known Jimmy G. That's insane.
It makes no sense. The NFL is goddamn weird, and we try to make money off it. So that says a lot about us.
Yeah, well, we're weird.
Next one, Zach Earmuffs. I'm sorry to keep doing this to you.
It's fine. They suck.
Bills is first in turnover differential at plus 13 and expected points added based off turnovers. They play the Jacksonville Jaguars. They rank 32nd. That's last. In turnover differential at minus 11 and at expected points added off those turnover differential.
The worst part
could go wrong.
Yeah, the worst part about the minus 11 for them is that they've only forced 2.
Yeah.
Shaq Griffin has straight up dropped like 3 picks on his own.
Way to go, bro.
I know.
Yeah, it's bad. I am a believer in turnover luck. I think sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't.
Yep.
But yeah, that can't end well for the Jags.
No. Not at all.
I wish there was a bet who could win the turnover differential, because I would bet my entire soul on the Bills.
And then when they lose, your soul is sold to Urban Meyer.
Like Mortal Kombat, your soul is mine.
Yeah. And somehow, some way, it'll be put on display in his restaurant.
Fair enough. Next to him groping that college
chick.
And
you just have to exist there for the rest of eternity.
It sounds like not great. not great, Bob. Verbal meme.
Yeah, well, don't make that happen then.
Speaking of not great, Danny Dimes.
Oh, yeah.
One of our favorites, not great guys. His graphic on Monday Night Football to promo the game. All right. They did him dirty. Like, this is what I would do because I'm petty. But this is Monday Night Football. They're supposed to be impartial. So they bust up 3 stats. 45 turnovers. Second since 2019. The second most in the NFL. 16 passing touchdowns in 21 games. This is the greatest passing era of all time.
Yeah.
It's so bad. All right. And then he's 0-6 in prime time. Make that 0-7.
They're going to roll him back one more, aren't they?
Dude, the day Gettleman admits he's wrong is the day I get misidentified as a 6-foot person.
And for those of you who don't know us in person, if you saw the two of us standing together, one of us is 6 feet tall, the other is not close.
Shoulder height, maybe jaw if I'm wearing like good shoes. You know what I mean? Yeah, Gettleman is a big time ego dude. I do not see him giving up on Danny Dimes.
No.
The weirdest thing is I feel like a lot of people say like he hasn't been bad this year, and I'm like, for whose standard?
Well, that's the thing. Is like people just like make up their own for shit, and it's like, yeah, he hasn't been bad for below average quarterback.
Dude was like a top 10 pick. Like, he's supposed to be a franchise dude. This is like year 3.
Yeah.
Like, where are you at, bro? I was like literally texting my buddy, and I was like, yo, if Fields doesn't show it in year 3, I'm giving up, hands down, standing in the line. You know what I mean? Like, I want a special quarterback. I don't want, dude, you can win with
you don't. I'm so tired of the guy who you have to question whether or not is going to be the answer.
Him this week?
Yeah.
No, I want to trust my quarterback every single week. And if you think you can trust Danny Dimes, like, I want to loan money from you. Like, damn. What are you thinking?
When can we officially start calling him Danny Nichols?
Danny Halfpennies. I mean, shit. Danny, like broke ass shilling. I mean, I was trying to come up with some old currency. Speaking of random shit, let's talk Blitzball. Whoa.
Schmeckles.
Can we get some real money terms? I don't know what Schmeckles means in your crazy ass town. Shout out Rick. You're the best. Blitzball. So this is a weird one, so make sure you listen. We're saying best pets you can have in like a movie cliche. You save this orphaned animal and like they imprint on you, and it's like an amazing fantasy relationship. So like you're not hurting this animal, taking it out of its element, and like everything's hunky dory. It's not evil. It's like loving, and it's like domesticated. So
yes. So yeah.
All right. So I picked the topic.
So you get to go first.
I get to go first. It should be very common knowledge at this point, at least for Zach and my close friends and family. I'm going tiger. It's my favorite animal. They're orange. They're the best. They're huge. They would protect me. I just want to cuddle with the tiger. I would never do that because I know tigers are ferocious. But I'm just saying, in this scenario, this tiger like loves me. It's like a Jasmine Raja situation where we're in, like we got that companion love. Like we're not creepy love. And it'd be awesome. The only downside is I imagine a tiger eats a fuck ton. And,
oh God, probably so much.
Oh, and like picking up that poop, that would be a problem.
Didn't even consider this.
It factored into my decisions afterwards. I was going to pick one large like carnivore. That's a meaty poop.
Yeah, and a lot of upkeep.
You're right, but the tiger is just a majestic animal. It's the goat animal, hands down.
All right. I'm rolling with panda bear.
It was on my list.
What other animal on the planet would you want to sit on the couch with for an afternoon?
That was 100% the chillest of animals.
Yeah.
It literally sits and eats. That's what it does.
I mean, same.
Can I lay in your belly? Okay.
That sounds like 90% of the time we hung out in our 20s.
It's what we did.
Like, Panda bear. Sign me up to chill with a panda.
Plus, I'm not a huge veggie guy. They love veggies. Perfect combo.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. And
All right.
then one
I
up
love that
one
play.
201 here. I'm going for a red-tailed hawk
Ooh.
because these things are majestic as fuck. And I'm not the biggest bird guy, but I love majestic birds. And hawks
Yeah.
are so damn cool. Because you just be driving around and they'll just be sitting on like a stop sign or something, and you're just like, God damn it, that thing is so cool. And
Plus, like, probably don't have to feed that dude. You're just like,
no,
yo,
can
go
do it
get
on its
food.
own.
Go
Yeah.
get food.
And like,
It poops
I just
outside.
want to, yeah, and like that thing could defend you.
Oh, I would not want zero part of that.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of great things to having a companion hawk.
No, I like that. They could help you out if you ever get lost. So after tiger, I have like a 7-way tie. So I'm torn here. I'm gonna go with the 3-toed sloth.
Ooh, all right.
So
I like it.
sloth, I like its vibe. It's very chill. It's very relaxed. Slow moving. I feel like him and I, it's like 2 feet tall, so I feel tall around him.
Yeah.
That's a plus. I feel like him and I would like football, or her and I don't care. I just feel like it'd be very, very low key, and that's the kind of pet I'm looking for.
Yeah. I'm down for that. Same thing like with the panda.
They're adorable, right?
Yeah.
Oh, same vibe. Yeah, very panda vibe. All right, my third pick. All right, I'm going cuteness factor. I'm going the Fennec Fox.
Oh, so close.
It's got the adorable ears that are like bigger than its whole body.
Yep.
It's super fuzzy. It's like a predator that hunts like little bugs. I don't like bugs, so they would be like, "Yo, go get them," and he's like, "Yo, I got you, bro."
Yeah.
Adorable. It's tiny, little lap animal. It's got the big eyes. It's an adorable looking creature. I would, I don't wear a purse, but I feel like it could fit in one, and it would just be adorable. And so I'm there.
Who
you got for 302?
That was my pick.
I nailed it.
Because
thought
we have these at our zoo, and they're new. I thought they were called sand foxes.
They're adorable. Yeah, they're like little foxes.
So I thought they were called sand foxes, but I googled sand fox, and that's not Fennec it. Fox. And I saw the Fennec, and I was like, "Oh, that's the one."
Yeah, they're adorable. Animal. They're an animal. Oh my God, what am I thinking of? The Planet Earth. They're a Planet Earth special.
Dude, they're like literally a cat dog.
Oh, they're adorable.
Yeah, and
I would love a pet.
Yeah, that was 100% my third one, because as soon as you said the cuteness factor, I was like, "Oh no!"
Right. All right, I got some more. Do you want me to get into my honorable mentions?
No, I'm just gonna take my last one since you took mine, and my last one is a bottlenose dolphin.
Dude, that's a good pick.
They'd be smart, man.
They're super smart, and they build relationships. Yeah, they really do.
Dude, imagine just having a dolphin friend who could just take you swimming.
Like so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a better jet ski.
They can fight off sharks.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They're like honey badgers of the sea. But are smarter.
Yes.
Verbal me, dude in the red shirt, just like falling backwards with the dreads.
Yes, I know exactly what you meant.
No, that's a great freaking pick. Can I get into my honorable mentions?
Yeah.
All right. So low key, when I used to teach science, I did a project for an entire quarter where it was like an animal adaptation project where I listed a bunch of really cool freaking animals, and the students had to pick them and then make like a project off it and And like, so I like animals a lot. I got the snow leopard. That is a crazy animal.
Yes,
They're
those
not
are so cool.
they're not really big either. So
They're
like
beautiful.
lap animal. They're honestly like a cat and dog's body for sure. Big paws, like just beautiful to look at, very seclusive, but like their like family is like family, and like I'm saying, we're making a family connection here, so like they'd be tight with me. Love
Yeah.
snow leopard. Orangutan.
Oh yeah,
They're
that'd
orange.
be a good one.
They're
Fair.
smart as hell. They solve puzzles. I think I could teach them how to play cards, and I have a card.
Oh,
Am I
dude,
right?
you could. Yeah,
He
you
could
could.
play games. We could play
Yeah.
games. That's all I'm saying. And he would be competitive like me because I'm competitive, and it'd be great.
Dude,
Just
you could
no
probably
throwing
like teach
shit.
that guy how to play Mario Kart.
Right, just no throwing shit.
Yeah. You could
There's
probably
one
drink
rule.
beers with you.
No, he would. Dude,
Yeah.
and an old orangutan looks like the coolest dude to hang out with. 100%.
Like he's done seen it all, man. And
Yeah,
now
yeah. He's
he's
been
just
through some
chilling.
shit. He's just wise. He's got good quotes and like advice to give to me. Yeah, 100%. I'm with her there.
Yeah.
Next one's one of my favorite animals, and it's an upset. It's the harpy eagle, because fuck birds. 100% fuck birds. There's one bird I like, and it's the harpy eagle. Those things are majestic.
Yeah, dude, majestic birds, all about them.
Yeah,
I would
when you
also
said-
pick, like you said, snow leopard, but like a jaguar or a leopard or a puma, like something in that size of cat family. would be
Right.
way
That's
cool.
why I didn't want to double down on cats. That's where I went tiger. But yeah, snow leopard is dope. Leopards will take out a crocodile. Like they're
Yeah, they're
vicious, man. Yeah. Anyway, harpy eagle. It's the biggest bird. It's got like literally like a foot long legs. Like it's crazy. Their vision is insane. They'll just like swipe. They'll come down. They live in like the tropic forest, and they'll just grab a monkey or like a sloth and just grab it and go. Like drive through menu. they're insane.
Hey, it just came through the drive-through, and you guys forgot one of our spider monkeys.
That's 100% what they're like. And they're like, "Whoop, I got you now, bitch." Yeah, Harvey Eagle is insane. They got the little like Harry Potter like ear thing.
Oh yeah,
They're sick. My last one, I had to get a lemur because lemurs are dope. And I went with the blue eyes black lemur. It's got straight black fur, and then like the blue eyes, like in Dune, like cerulean blue eyes. They're crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
it
need to
looks
see
sick.
that movie still.
Dude, you do. You 100% do. It's so dope.
When we were on vacation, my brother-in-law started playing the original one for me, and we watched a good chunk of it, and it's bad.
Yeah, it needs like
Have you ever watched it?
No, it needs like a very like 2020
yes,
like animation technology budget kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It was dope. The cast is phenomenal.
But I could tell based off of like this, the story and stuff. I was like, knowing that they were making a new one, I was like, okay, this is gonna be badass.
It really is. If you have HBO, it's on there for release, so it's really good. Plus, you can name them Blue Eyes White Dragon, which is shout out to my Yu-Gi-Oh nerd stage.
I almost said that sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh monster.
Yeah, Blue Eyes Black Lemur, Blue Eyes White Dragon. 100%.
Yeah.
I'd call him White Dragon, and that'd be my dude. We would just go to town, and he would come and teach with me, and he would be dope. Name me a student that wouldn't pay attention to the student that had a lemur on their shoulder. I mean, pay attention to their teacher.
Got nothing.
He'd have to be blind. That's the only way. All right. Do you have any honorable mentions? I just bludgeoned you with a whole bunch.
A blind man trying to find his nut.
Oh, callback. That's a callback. That was a Guan move there, Zach.
Yeah, it was.
Speaking of, my time capsule had fire burning on it, and so I heard "What the Guan," and I was just happy.
Somebody call 911.
Shorty fire burning on the bomb.
I didn't see you added this one to Guan's, and yes, this guy is a Guan for sure.
100%. So I don't know if you saw it went kind of viral. There's this dude that was trying to buy a washer and dryer, and he goes, "All right." He connected with somebody. He's like, "I want to see it work first, you know." And the seller was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, no
And
problem.
so the
sure.
dude came and he did his laundry and dried it and everything. He's like, "All right, this worked good." He's like, "I'll come back with the money." Dude never showed up.
Like, imagine the hustle you have to be on to go through that you can't go to the laundromat and spend like $250 on a load of laundry.
I have so much respect for this man.
Uh-huh.
I want to learn lessons from him. He's my Mr. Miyagi. Like, I want to hustle like that.
Yeah, we wouldn't need to play DFS if we could hustle like that.
Dude's a legend. Legend.
Wait
I can't even imagine. Like, yo, yeah, let me check out. Let me run a load real fast. Let me see it's good. And like, dude has to run this on the regular, you know. And like, dude's just getting laundry for free. I love it.
So funny.
What a Guan.
I wonder how often he does that.
Honestly, like, it can't be enough. Like, it's free.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't fall for that? I would fall for that.
That's great. Anyway, so much respect.
And it doesn't even hurt the person selling. Like, oh, I had to run a load of laundry. Like, who cares?
Right.
You know? It's like a victimless crime. All right. Hit us with the next one.
Oh, we got Power Wheels kid going trick-or-treating. This is such a wholesome video. Because now this little kid, it's dark out, pulls up in his Power Wheels, does his little drift slide in.
That's the best part to me.
Right up next to the candy bowl. And it's a candy bowl, a take one candy bowl. And my guy takes one, but he looks back. And you could tell all of the thoughts went through this kid's head. He like double, triple take that candy bowl. And my guy still only took one. He goes to the back.
I know what's right. I know what's right. I'm going to take my one.
He goes to the back. You know, it's almost like he pops the trunk, puts his candy in, gets back in, does a cool reverse back up the driveway, a little turn. 3-point turn out of the driveway.
There are many adults that can't pull off that 3-point turn.
No, you're right.
He nails it.
Yeah. I mean, this
doesn't
kid,
even go on the lawn.
This is all the respect for this kid. He's got manners. He's got swag.
Like the power slide coming in though, it was too much. Like that dude is like, I've been to a couple houses. I know what I'm doing. He grabs the one. He drops it in the trunk bag. He's like, "Yo, I'm out." And he busts out that perfect 3-point turn and wheels the fuck out of there.
Leg it.
He's like 5-6 years old too. Like, kid is nailing life. Like, he's only had 6 years. Like, 3 of them are like his control, and like he's killing it. I'm very confident.
He's already slaying. Yeah.
He's dressed like a fireman. He knows what's up. That's a popular costume.
Leg it. What was that from?
Lego.
Leg it? No, remember it was some video back in the day. Some guys did something. It was like a prank, and he would yell "leg it" as they ran away.
I don't know. You were an E-Bombs World guy. I wasn't, because I was
okay. So maybe it was before we were friends. Then maybe it's that old. It
was, because I know Lego, and that's Workaholics.
No, yeah, there was definitely some video a long time ago, or I remember a guy. I think they were pranking or something, and then on the way running away, he would just yell "leg it" over and over again.
dude, you know I got it. Do you know who it was?
Huh?
Not you, bitch.
Oh!